Dream's manhunt videos have shown some of the best plays in Minecraft ever, and it has attracted millions of people around the world. And his last Minecraft manhunt video has shown some of the best plays, both from Dream and the Hunters. So I'm gonna go through the top plays from my perspective and analyze them.
How many diamonds is that?
So the first play is not from Dream, it is from Awesome Dude combined with Frost. So what they both did was they, instead of hunting at the beginning, they went away and gathered resources, and with a clay strat, they were able to get a lot of diamonds. So for every one of these, a diamond chest plate and some diamond tools. And from what I was able to calculate, it is a bit more than one stack of diamonds. As a comparison, this manhunt video at the moment is only 5 minutes into it. But when I think about how long the actual is, it's around 50 minutes maximum around. Sorry if I'm mistaken. That's incredible, getting this many diamonds in such a short time. It's ridiculous.
Wait, just take my bucket.
Oh,
just
I
take my
just
bucket.
fell into the hole.
He jumped.
What?
What?
He
What?
took
Where?
my
Look, he's on the bottom.
What?
He's taking our food.
So the second play is that Dream fell of power. We grabbed the water bucket set and drop, and MLG watered with the bucket, grabbed some food and runs away. I mean, it's hilarious. It is hilarious just to do it. Just, you had no way options, and then just Sam drops the water bucket and you just say, okay, let's grab it. And then water it, and they just didn't have the reaction because they thought that everything under control and they have time. And then this happens, this caught every one of them off guard. It just caught them off guard. It's not something we've seen before, just stealing a water bucket and then using it almost a second later.
Come get in the doors, get in the doors. Okay.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Where is he? Where is he?
Where is he? Everyone just eat. How is he not drowning? No, he is not. He locked.
This play is interesting because we have not seen this before, that the ocean monuments have been used in a manhunt previously. So just walling off them, even using his own hay bale, which he needs for food, just a trick, just to get them in the ocean monument, so they're stuck in there. Because of mining fatigue, it takes them, even with the right tool, it takes around 2 minutes or more just to break out. Enough time for Dream just to get away and gather some resources to give him a jump dart, which he missed. And that is something we really needed.
Get over there, my little goggy.
Wait.
Why do you think that?
Why don't I think it? I don't know. There's no.
So that Dream left the end after he entered it is not something new, but the way he did the stair and the reason for it is far better. Because he literally, even the previous ocean monument thing, bought himself a lot of time, it was not enough. So he needed to trick the hunters into believing he goes to the nether, so he's away from them, and they have to find the portal. And he just gathers iron to protect himself more, because he would not have survived without this much armor. And he just tricks them believing I'm in the nether, but he is in the overworld, really close to them. There's several places there which shows us how close they were. Like literally one play at least. What I know. And this one, it shows how close they were. Just Dream and George were just one block off. One single block was between them, and George didn't suspect anything. That was something else. That was not. This was crazy.
Around this corner.
Up here,
Where's the TNT?
Where?
Oh, TNT.
Oh, watch out! George, watch out!
You pushed me.
Careful!
Oh, he has those walls. He's killed a zombie.
Oh my God, guys!
A nice little trick from Dream by pretending he wants to escape through tunnels and then exiting it and destroying the path he went so they are slowed down. It's a nice trick to use TNT like this because they all went into panic mode a bit more because TNT is quite powerful and TNT is specifically even very good if there are multiple people because you deal damage to all of them instead of any other weapon which you deal only damage to one or two more if they're really close together, but TNT has the biggest explosion and can hit multiple people from a great area, and just blocking off more or less, buying himself enough time to make the next move he plans on, which is making another portal, and which one he uses it mainly to get into the nether and gather the resources he needs to get to the next step.
Come on,
Oh
come
my
on.
gosh.
Look,
that was,
bridge.
guys, look. That was uncomfortable.
Come on, bridge.
Ooh.
So the reason I put this in, even though it's a quite simple one, just using the anvil to put an enchantment onto a weapon, is not that he did this. The reason is because of what he did with it. Because the next two plays I'm gonna review are those with those weapons. Because a punch turbo using for those two reasons, which I'm gonna explain later, is something, this decision alone allowed him to fight back against the hunters. Something he never could before.
Staircase. Come here, come on.
Make a staircase, make a staircase,
Oh,
make a
he's
staircase.
got it.
Punch him in. Glowing the whole time.
Are you?
This moment is crazy. I mean, he has half a heart, he has 2.5 hunger bars, and he fights all of them. This is crazy. Really, really crazy. And the bow punch is very frightening because of the area they are, which makes them really defensively. Because they can get knocked off quite easily with the bow. Even if this doesn't happen, he was able to do it quite well. And just bring fear into his enemies, even though he's literally can be killed with a fist hit. Fist can kill him. This is how vulnerable he is. And still they don't come close to him. Imagine they knowingly. So imagine when they've known his HP. They would be so mad when they... And damn. This is awesome dude mining the block. This is awesome dude mining this block. And he buys his block right just before this block gets destroyed. And awesome dude just doesn't believe this is possible. But seeing this visually at least, this is something I think nobody, it's so hard to see if you don't watch this in .25 speed. This is a crazy detail. It's ridiculous.
He's below me. He's eating.
Oh my goodness, come on.
Wait, what?
What?
Using the bow to jump is something I've known because back when elytras were edited, the fire combining with fireworks wasn't a thing back then. And so the people made especially bow with a lot of punch but no increased firepower, so they can just simply fly and use the bow to give themselves a boost so they can fly longer in the air. How this works is, how I see a bit more theoretical, is you shoot with the bow just enough so you start shooting the bow but not any more powerful. After you shoot, you immediately start running and then jumping. So immediately getting a lot of speed because the arrow takes a bit time to actually spawn in. And in the meantime between you and the shoot and when the arrow spawns, you are then in front of your own arrow. And so the arrow then is of course faster than you. The arrow hits you, and because this is a punch turbo, it gives you a huge knockback, allowing you to make those big jumps. The reason it's also really powerful in this moment is because it heavily slows them down, because the hunters must build to this path, and they don't know if Dream shoots back at them. This is something which makes a lot of, like, it makes it really scary for them. It makes it really scary for them. It's not even fun.
I was making a field.
What is coming? You're our best player. Wait, he's
I know.
doing it.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Get him, get him.
Get him, get him, get him.
So him using this combo with making a big tree and underpulling on top of it, I was surprised the hunters just straight up didn't kill him. Were they confused with what he did and just, what? Of course, yeah, understandable, they may do it. But it's a bit confusing for me just to say they don't attack him. I mean, you could just punch him away. Maybe you mess it up. But what do you have to fear? You have attack, so even if you're in the tree, you can mine it. So I'm a bit confused why hunters didn't do it, but I may have reacted the same way too, so I'm not completely blaming them for that. But the way he does it, more or less, I think it was just out of nowhere. He was constantly running and just doing it, just caught him off so guard, so they thought, what the hell is he doing? And it took a bit of time to process it, and this gave him a bit time to do it. This also explains later was at least when he used water. Here, I'm showing a bit.
Jerk.
Oh my god.
Dream, come here.
So when he used the water there to slow them down, this is combined with this one, he was able to buy himself a bit time he heavily needed to get out of there. But the shame was he didn't craft 2 boats. But, well, he had to improvise, so of course I don't...
Go, take wherever.
What?
Go right, go
You
right.
can do it.
Go. Come on,
Break it. Get it. Quick, come off.
Watch out.
So, to Sapnap, very, very good job. Making the sacrifice to stop Dream from flying away. This is something I didn't expect in this way, but I knew that Dream couldn't get away with this a second time, because if you're doing a trick, because every time when he did a trick 2 times, it didn't work. So the first time it worked, of course, you don't expect this, so you are completely caught off guard. But the second time when you do it, the hunters didn't fall for it. They were always prepared, because every time when he does the trick a second time, it doesn't work. So him doing that is kind of risky, because it's the same with the ant crystal. Because the first time he used it, he was able to kill all 3 of them. But the second time, when he used it, they were immediately aware of it. They didn't even run into it, so the trap completely failed. At this moment, at least, they were a bit more confused what they did at the beginning, but Sapnap reacted so right and so fast that it was just a complete surprise. So he just went full in, even dropping his gear just to make sure that he gets the gear back afterwards. It was a sacrifice worth it. It was a really big sacrifice.
Okay. Oh, I see.
It was like throwing
Wait,
junk
I just
in a sweat.
got a boat.
I see like
Why?
a
Dropped an
slime
ant.
ball and
Look, I
like
have an ant.
random put it.
Oh, TNT!
Yeah,
Block!
I died instantly.
Oh, TNT!
So this play is really amazing because Dream analyzed later. So when Dream made the analyze about how he saw it, he said that he wanted to drop them at different heights, so even if they drop water, it wouldn't matter. And yeah, just him using the TNT like this, so the TNT dropped and exploded so fast. Even when it landed and you would drop water next to it, it would have not mattered anyways, because the TNT would just explode this quickly. And just him killing all 4 of them, 4 of the 5 hunters, died from a single TNT. And they were more armor stacked than he was, so this is why TNT is so fight me. This play was just, this was something else. Him killing all 4 of the 5 hunters, and don't even giving a chance. So even if the TNT would have not killed them, they would have fell into the void. So no matter what the TNT did, the TNT damage would have been catastrophic for them. It would have killed them no matter what, because they were in the void above, of course.
Is he
Just
dead
go.
or what? What's
I don't know.
Just put the block down. Just put the block down.
I have blocks, but we can't go through that.
Just go. Do it.
Wait,
We don't have
get
time
blocks
for
from the
this.
chest or something.
Oh,
Just get
I'm
blocks.
done.
Get some blocks.
I've got
No way! Yes! Oh my god!
So when I watched this scene here, and the weird thing is I watched the Manhunt, the premiere, at work. I could, because it was a place where I was alone, so I could watch it without being too much, well, interrupted. And when I watched this moment at least, I literally was excited, but I couldn't show my excitement this much. I mean, the fishing, he had no tools, because when he opened his inventory, he just had nothing which could help him. Okay, he had this. Okay, what could he have done? Bow. Problem. The bow had no arrows, so he could not have shot himself away. Water buckets. The problem was he was too far away from any other block, so even using the blocks he had didn't matter anything. And George dying there and the ender pearl being this visible, a miracle. I mean, this was such a moment I didn't believe was a thing would ever happen. This luck, skill combined. this moment was, I think, from all of the manhunts I've seen, this one, even adding the heart pump, the heartbeat, because of it, is the best moment I've ever seen. So this moment, I think everyone would say is a 10 out of 10, except some people who think this is all scripted. But I see but I think it's a bit scripted, but only a bit of a structure, like the Dream SMP. So some stuff happens because of the script, but most of it happens because they improvise more on this, which is the best one because you have the story to tell, but you allow the characters to open more up. And in this one, it is really cool because they allow for improvising, and this moment are just amazing. I was caught so off guard that he actually pulled us off this shit. So that was me analyzing his latest manhunt video, what plays, I think, because of how they were. And before I end this video, I have this open. So why do I have this open? This manhunt, for some reason. The reason for this is just because this manhunt video was the first video I watched, which it was from Dream. So I didn't know, so I wasn't interested in Minecraft at the time, and I looked on YouTube and just saw my recommendation, Minecraft Speedrunner vs 3 Hunters remake. And I just went through it and I instantly got hooked by it. So this was the first Minecraft manhunt video I've ever seen, and since then, after a few days, I subscribed to him, and then I enjoy every one of his manhunt videos because every one of them is really good. What was your reason to subscribe to Dream? If you have a specific manhunt more at least, or what made you at least, just write in the comments, write it down here, I'm open for it. So I hope you enjoyed my analyzing about Dream latest manhunt video, and I hope you enjoyed it as well as I did, or maybe even more. Thanks for watching. Camera, why are you like this? Stop it, please. You're a good camera, why are you doing this to me? Why? I see myself shaking. Sometimes. I hate you.